He's one of the most respected referees throughout the eastern portion of the United States, but has got himself embroiled in a bitter feud, primarily with Zero X, but with now Zero X's affiliation with South. Now, Mike Posey is a referee by trade, not a professional wrestler, although he has some professional wrestling credentials. And oh dear, and a quick slap from Sal Rinauro, which speaks volumes as to what Rinauro thinks of Mike Posey.
Certainly, and the issue between these two has escalated over the weeks during involvement in matches, and more specifically, the abuse of women, which Mike Posey stood up for, and it was a gallant thing to do on his part. Now he's in the ring with an experienced pro like Sal Rinauro. Can Mike Posey parlay the limited wrestling experience he has into something more in this matchup, or will the veteran ring presence of Rinauro overcome him? You know, Rinauro will take no bones about making any shortcut possible. We know he's very devious. We know that he's a snake in the grass. And we know that he also has a lot of wrestling ability.
Yes, but exactly how much of that does he have to dust off against a man who is not trained to be a full-time professional wrestler? I mean, this is obviously just a blip on the Mike Posey radar, I'm guessing, throughout his professional career.
Waistlock takedown there by Rinauro.
And Rinauro decides to have a bit of a tete-a-tete with the Zero X at ringside.
Rinauro certainly taking his time. You can see by the look on his face that he is considering Posey anything but a threat here at this point.
Well, if Posey's not a threat, then Sal Rinauro should, in fact, make some short work of Posey. But Rinauro is, in fact, taking his time. Perhaps it's the psychological impact, I guess, of Sal Rinauro.
And you also can't forget that Mike Posey, while having many disadvantages in this matchup when it comes to experience and pro wrestling ability, does have the side of the people at ringside behind him. They are firmly behind him for what he stood up for, and it's very right. So can he use that to his advantage? It's very possible, but right now Rinauro's total control of the match there with a hip toss.
That is, and also on Mike Posey, you know, the fact that he is professional wrestler, referee extraordinaire.
And now look at this, Rinauro sitting down in the corner, gonna take a look at a CD.
Obviously, Sal Rinauro not taking this very seriously at all. Hopefully, Mike Posey can retain some of his composure, seeing what Sal Rinauro is bringing to the table, so to speak, and the chair. The table and the chair. Come on, Sal, the show is only an hour long.
And if he eats up all the TV time, there won't be room for anybody good.
Actually, Rinauro is plenty good. Problem is that he knows it, and that he likes to take his sweet time in telling you about it.
You're exactly right there, Steve. Rinauro takes the arm of Mike Posey. Riches the arm in.
You know, I think strictly on a pro wrestling level, I mean, Salvatore Rinauro couldn't defeat Mike Posey. But Mike Posey, though, with an attempt at a reversal and Rinauro having none of it, and instead of coming back with an offense, oh, good heavens! Hit nose first. How could you miss that on that chair?
And a big drop kick.
Oh, Raven called your
Rinauro, he shouldn't have brought the chair in the ring. There's a 1 count. And now Rinauro's own arrogance is coming back to slay him here.
Yes, that's his nose.
Hooks him.
And two nose shots in a row. And Zero X diverting. Oh, good heavens.
And Rinauro's got him. There's the Phoenix Fury leg drop. And that is all that it took.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Salvatore Rinauro.
A gender tag match, correct? Now we know that Daizee Haze is obviously an attractive young lady. Have we figured out the gender of Salvatore Rinauro yet?
I think the gender of both of them are still up in the air.
Okay. Well, fill us in when you get that info.
Won't be trying too hard on that story, I promise. Okay. Side headlock there by Sal Rinauro on the Wildside official Mike Posey. Arm drag takeover there.
Yeah, Mike Posey has definitely had some come up and certainly deserves some revenge on certainly part of Zero X, who has aligned himself with the guys that totally rule. That number keeps changing, but Sal doesn't seem to think so.
Well, according to Sal, 3 plus 0 is still 3.
Oh, and he's a math major, too.
His math, not mine.
All right.
Collar and elbow here with Zero X. The turd du jour of NWA Wildside.
Never heard that expression before. Can we say that on air? Well, we just did, didn't we? As Mike Posey realized that 0X is hardly going to be a cakewalk. I mean, Mike Posey is, as gifted as an athlete as he is, let's face it, he's not a professional wrestler full-time, all right?
Oh, certainly not,
I mean,
and we saw that in his last one-on-one outing in the ring with Sal Rinauro, where Rinauro really had his number. And really the majority of the matchup there.
Crowd firmly behind Mike Posey. And I think Mike Posey can certainly use that encouragement at this stage in the game.
Rinauro wants Daizee Haze, and I know a lot of Wildside fans watching this at home may want to say, well, why is poor Daizee Haze always matched up with the men in the ring? She's glad to take these challenges. She's a fire plug. There's few women that want to fight her.
And anybody who can silence Salvatore Rinauro, even for a few seconds, it's worth the effort, I think. Boy, Sal Rinauro is licking his chops. It surely isn't the mouth. Well, last time I saw a mouth like that, it had a hook in it. That's right from the Lawler joke book there. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, hip toss there by Rinauro onto Daizee Haze.
And Sal wants to spread the joy. Tagging in 0X. That's now 0 now eyeing Daizee Haze. Don't take Daizee too lightly. When it comes to young lady competitors in the pro wrestling scene in America, Daizee might be the most toughest.
There's a collar and elbow. 0X scoops her up. Now he's apologizing.
There's
What
no
a
room
suck
for
up.
apology in pro wrestling. 0X is going to give Daizee Haze a free shot to the chin. She'll take it.
Yeah, that was stupid. Nice spinning head scissors by Daizee Haze. Drops him onto the knee. Haze going to the top. Perched up, here she comes. Could have been going for the Daizee Karana. But 0X quickly out of the way there, and she came crashing down hard.
Salvatore Rinauro with a handful of hair. And another scoop and a slam. Boy, Sal awfully proud of himself. Daizee fighting back as much as she can.
And he raked her eye. Do you really have to rake the girl's eye?
I mean, Mike Posey, the referee, definitely knows what fair play is all about. Not to be confused with that jerk of that, a similar name, regardless of that. But Daizee Haze now finding herself in a bad way. Boy, and Andrew Thomas shoved Salvatore Rinauro. The long arm of the law, Andrew Thomas. What's Nashville done to him?
Maybe the fact that his checks aren't bouncing now like Bailey's used to.
Ah, Bailey actually wrote checks. Regardless, Bailey's a non-issue, I'm happy to report, these days here at Wildside. Let it stay that way, please.
Now, come on, this is just absolutely preposterous.
Well,
Daizee Haze is more than game to go in here and wrestle these guys tooth and nail, get down on the mat and do it. None of this horse ham-hocking around here.
And Daizee goes head first in that top turnbuckle. And a choke. Please. A choke on Daizee Haze from Sal Rinauro.
Into the far corner. Oh, come on. Put it up.
Too much dancing on the show. Have you noticed that? This is too much of that.
St. Soul Train. It's wrestling.
Yeah, Don Cornelius nowhere in sight. As now Sal Rinauro absolutely abusing Daizee Haze. Daizee once again, some defensive posture, getting a leg up.
It makes the tag to a fresh Mike Posey. Coming off the ropes, Posey with a leg lariat on the Rinauro. Zero X, the official, turning it up here in the ring.
And Mike Posey doing double duty on two of the three guys who totally rule. Pretty impressive for a referee. Good heavens.
Air Posey.
We'll have to alert the control power at Cornelia International. Posey's airborne at the expense of Salvatore Rinauro and Zero X. Oh, Zero hanging on to the foot. Mike Posey's having none of it.
Wait a minute. There's the Phoenix Fury leg drop.
And that flurry of offense from Mike Posey seems to be short-lived indeed, as Sal now goes back to Daizee Haze. And now she's not even the legal person. Daizee trying to fight back, but she got another eye rake.
There's your rock. Try two of them.
Rocked, I think might be a better choice of words.
Daizee Conrado to the outside. Rinauro cracks his head on the floor. Posey rolls up Zero for the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match, the team of Mike Posey and Daizee Haze.
Buddy, what's wrong? We lost. Dude, look at it this way. You've pinned Posey. I pinned Posey. If you do the algebraic equation, that's 2 wins to 1 loss. We totally dominated that guy. Come on.
But I got hit in the no-no zone.
No, you didn't get hit in the no-no zone. Daizee Haze has really bad aim. Her eyes have cataracts or something. I don't know. But she wasn't trying to hit you. She was trying to caress you. She just missed. Dude, Daizee Haze totally digs you. I could tell it by that gleam in her eye. And I think she liked what she felt too, you know what I mean? So don't worry about that. She digs you. You'll hear from her any day now. But, I mean, right now, dude, I bet that's her. Dude, I got this.